has made sense in the conversation.
I mean, there's a lot of pet references that happen during our streams because pets just happen to climb all over everything.
God, my cat Hudson decided that in the middle of class, because the first 2 weeks of class were on Zoom, he decided that laying down on my keyboard was the best idea in the world.
Well, of course.
And then proceeded to spam the Zoom call so much I got automatically kicked.
Well, that's not
Because the way he said, he was just spamming, like, L enter, L enter, L enter, L enter. And my teacher was like, what the hell? And I had to send her a picture of my cat on the keyboard. She's like, oh. Join under a different name and I'll let you in. And I'm like, thank you. This furry little cretin is trying to ruin my education. You gotta put the swallow shape after that.
Alright, everybody, we're just waiting on one more person to get the situation.
Could you ring a little bell collar?
I wear like
Dang.
boots, and the neck is big enough that I can fit his like fat butt in it. So I just like open the collar, shove him in, and then cross my arms over him. Swaddle shape. Because he's stuck there for at least an hour.
Right now, I am not homeward. Although technically only one can bother me, and that's the dog one. The rat can stay in her cage and all of the working.
Particularly loud creatures.
Dog is.
Couple stories
And the rat really wants to has now decided that now that she has a bigger cage, she throws things. Especially if she can drag it up the path.
That out.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
That was my alarm saying it's 7 o'clock. I should be in the game right now.
Oh, I appreciate it.
My normal clock and alarm just went off. So you accidentally went to me. I got home way later than I expected.
Hey, no worries.
We have quite the large group for this game, Scott.
I guess
Yep, this is the new party.
Boy, is it.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, also this way it helps out if, like, let's say 1 week, 2 people can't make it, we get some players who just keep it going.
It's fair, especially with the season coming up.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna handle that because Sunday is the day I go to fair because I work Saturday nights.
Are you planning on going every weekend?
I have a Friends of Fair pass.
I work the fair.
Yeah, we might have to figure something out then because,
I mean,
I can play Monday or Tuesday.
with a friend who has an RV to get ready in her RV and then drive through the wedding, so...
that's fair.
I mean, I can do it mobile. I'm on my phone right now.
I'm fully willing to, like, drag my setup out or just cut Sunday early.
When's opening weekend? Like, it's in March, right?
It's like March.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a few weeks to iron out.
Yeah, I can do Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
I can probably do Mondays, maybe. School's like got me fucked up on another level.
Well, it's the whole working nights thing. I work Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah, so it's not like you could just do it after work.
Right. And my alarm to clock in is also my alarm to get in here.
That's fair. have something for you.
Mondays are rough for me. I have an early staff meeting on Tuesday morning every week.
Yeah, but we're usually done by 11.
Actually, we've done closer to like 10.
Alright, I am in the chat. That's what we're doing.
Oh, we've actually been live for a few minutes. People pick up our chatter.
Okay.
We have a viewer right now because it's been a while since I've done this, and I've been promoting it because it's been a minute. But this is kind of like a how this is going to play out with some new players. You guys are temporarily new people.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I sent you private messages on Discord with your new characters.
I got that sitting in my Google Sheets right now.
Awesome. But yeah. So this is kind of like a session 0 version 2 because this is effectively the second season of the internet, or the stream.
Do we have their character sheets also in Roll20?
Those character sheets, I didn't get a chance to type them out in Roll20. But for tonight, unless you guys get real weird, I'm not expecting any comment.
Okay.
But, you know, this is also D&D, so try to take over the air. I don't know.
Thanks that we don't have any murder hobos.
Hello,
we all
everybody.
murder?
So, as you can see, myself
I'm
and
not a
Aaron
murder
are
hobo. I am
pictured
the
in
opposite of
the
a
rest
murder
of our
hobo.
adventuring
I have
party.
no idea
Apparently
what
so
you're
am I.
referring to as a murder hobo.
Oh, I am.
Murder hobos are half the fun.
Yeah.
But half.
Well,
You
no,
still
I'm not
need-
a murder hobo. I'm like a con and stealing hobo.
Yes, yes. With your little magical crystals and such. Alright.
Yeah, some of the type on this is so small, even with zooming in, I can't read it.
Yeah.
On the character sheet?
On the features and traits section.
Oh shit. Okay, well again, you shouldn't be needing most of that tonight. I could get it ironed out and upload it to Roll20 before the next session. So should be fine tonight. If push comes to shove, maybe I'll let you just temporarily channel your original character if combat were to break out.
Oh no.
What's up?
I'm looking at my character.
Yes, I gave you all very different characters.
Why did you do this? You gave me a character you know I can't play.
But hey, the sooner you guys get shit solved, the faster you can be back in your own bodies.
That's
True.
very. I'm so glad that in my other campaign I just started as a ranger because I'm slightly familiar now with how rogues work.
Yeah, there's some crossover and such.
Thank you for not giving me a caster.
I
It was
almost
most
gave you a
con.
cleric.
Oh.
Like, having one or two spells that I use is one thing, you know, but I hate playing straight up magic users.
So I'll let you know. The character sheets I cheated, and it's got some pre-generated ones, because, again, you're going to just be using these characters temporarily. I didn't want to go nuts with it. I drew your classes at random. I had what I wanted to have happen, but I ended up drawing the classes at random for it. But what I think we should do, because we do have 2 new players, and it's also been a minute since we've done the campaign. If you guys just want to go through and introduce your actual original characters, and of course
Sure.
the 2 new people could introduce their characters as well. I don't care what order you go in, so just make it happen. Because we are live. Hi, everybody.
Hola, ¿cómo vestís?
Alright, I'll go first. My character's is Mindy Bafflestone. She... Hold on, let me pull up her sheet so I know. Yes. She is a gnome. And she is she's a crystal salesman. She believes that people can be purified and healed through crystals. Like a Facebook mom. She is a cleric technically though. But not every time will she give you something that works. Sometimes she just gives you plain rocks. She is a merchant. That's how I got introduced to the group. That's it for now. I'm not gonna give too much away about her yet.
I mean, that's fair. The party only met you for one episode before
Yeah.
everything ended for a little. Alright, whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, I can go. My character is Tilly Cooper. Pardon my voice today. I have not been well. My character is Tilly Cooper. She is a very young barbarian dragonkin. She has rage issues, as would expect with a barbarian, but she's also very polite, talking to her elders before trying to kill them and things like that. She carries an ancestral axe that she received, and I don't know. I think that's about it.
Alright, who would like to go next?
Uh,
You go.
I.
Oh.
You first.
So the person that everyone be encountering, her name is Shift Breeze. She's about 5'4"-ish. She has the appearance of a fawn, except she does not have fawn ears. She has elven ears and elven facial features. She has very short, kind of a powdery pink, fluffy hair, really long, pretty, frilly dress, and very bubbly personality, just very happy and extremely curious about everything. Will constantly ask questions. That's going to be a thing. Wants to know things, may not know a lot about a lot of things, and so may misstep or missay a lot of things. And she has a really big staff that seems a little bit too big for her to carry, but it doesn't seem heavy. And that's about it.
Cool. My character is Tula. I am a Tabaxi wizard necromancer. My father was a physician, so I grew up studying medicine, and how to help people. And of course, I blank even though I'm looking at my sheet right now. I am kind of a worrywart and a nervous Nelly. I am not the first person to like run into battle unless the people I care about are like in danger. Um, she kind of looks like a clouded leopard with the black and silver spots, and she is like covered in little bells and trinkets because she picks up a lot of souvenirs from wherever she travels. She's partially blind in one eye from a spell going wrong. Terrified of spiders. Absolutely terrified of spiders. Thank you for the ice spider, Scott.
Oh, that frost spider was a lot of fun.
It was, especially because I got to stay in the back and not fight it. But yeah, that's Tula.
Alright, and last
And I
up.
think I am last. I am playing Rowan Brighthearth, a elf artificer. Um, kind of a black sheep, sort of. Just not the stereotypical elf that you might know. Went off and wandered with a gnome artificer who taught him the craft, and kind of fell in love with that lifestyle. So not your traditional elf. Kind of a 6 foot tall gnome, really. Um, learned how to make arcane guns, and yeah, mostly just tries to not blow himself up with his experiments.
I like your 6 foot tall gnome. I wish you were playing when I introduced everybody to the world's tallest dwarf, who is actually a human. That could have been a fun conversation between the two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's everyone. I guess we could kick it off. I did post the recap online so people can catch up if they're viewing or playing and want to know what exactly is going on. But I guess I'm just gonna kind of let the initial 3 players take it away as they are waking up after God knows what happened to them, and they're in individual bedrooms on an airship. If you look at Roll20's map right now, you can see your character avatars in those rooms. Kind of, the grid didn't quite lock right. And yeah, you guys know that you are not in your own bodies once you... Well, actually, no, you don't know that yet. So, yeah, wake up. Enjoy.
Going on.
Huh?
So what the hell is going on? Seems weird.
So I guess we'll go with you first. You wake up in a room that you've never seen. And you look outside through a window, and all you see are clouds. Mind you, the world you guys are from, while flight can be accomplished on the backs of creatures, you have never been in an aerial vehicle before, nor have you ever seen one.
Okay.
Do I know, like, do I just know this is an airship, or am I just incredibly confused right now?
Shit, what would be a good roll for that? I guess, roll intelligence.
Intelligence. Where's my sheet? Where's my sheet?
Because your character's pretty sharp, so maybe you'll figure this out.
Tula's sheet or the guy's sheet?
It's gonna be... Shit, that's a good question. It's gonna be the guy sheet, actually. So since that's not linked, you're gonna have to do like a standard dice roll, and then add your bonuses.
I have a +1 on intelligence, so...
Okay, you roll 11. I'm gonna say you're aware that this is a safe structure to be in. You don't quite know what an airship is, but you don't also feel like you're, suspended hundreds of miles above the Earth or anything, or above the planet.
I'm gonna go ahead and, back away from the window and stick my head out into the hallway to see what's going on.
As you start backing away from the window, roll perception.
What is my, where is my... Is that a +4 on perception? I'm gonna say it's a +4.
I mean, you're a ranger, right? No, you're a rogue. Yeah, that +4 sounds like it might be a thing.
Yeah, 17.
During this time, Tilly wakes up, looks out the window, and absolutely loses her shit and screams.
Perfect. So she's gonna hear that after this roll goes through. What'd you get? It was 13 + 4?
Yeah, 17.
Okay. In your mind, you are you. You're Tabaxi. But you see a very different reflection.
Where is my fur? That's like the first thing. What? Whoa, okay. I definitely just start running for the door now to figure shit out.
And as you're running, you hear a scream.
I run for the scream.
Alright, so you'd be reaching... She's right next to you, actually. She's in the room just right next to yours. So it's not a far run.
So...
Wait, so we can hear stuff from other people's rooms? We're not all in the... Are we all in the same room?
You're in separate rooms, but it's not, soundproofed or anything.
Okay, if I hear a scream, I also come running.
Okay, so... Tilly, are you still in your room after you screamed?
I'm still in my room, but I'm pressed against the wall furthest from the window.
Okay. So, 2 of them converged in the hallway. Also, Carmel, your character is... I didn't happen to get an avatar for you, but you're that very plain-looking token right now. Your character is in the room that's in that hallway, too. Are you able to see the map on the phone that you're playing on?
I am trying my best.
Okay. If you're not, I'll try to paint you as vivid a picture as possible, and I can just move your token around if need be.
Yeah, I can
I
just.
still
I
see
don't
the
think it's gonna
map
let me interact.
with our
Okay.
old tokens on it.
I'm sorry?
I still see the map with our old tokens on it.
You're not seeing the airship map?
No, I see the airship map. It has our regular tokens.
Right, I
from
didn't get
our
it.
regular
I don't know if you
characters.
were here when I mentioned it before. I didn't get a chance to update the new sheets and everything.
Okay, sorry.
But it's about to get better. So, Tula and Mindy both run out into the hallway. When you look at the other person, you see them as you know them.
Okay, you're right. I've met Chula.
Right, so you see a Tabaxi and she sees a gnome.
Okay.
Does it
All
look
right.
like a familiar face here?
What was that? Wait, did it sound like Tilly screaming then?
No, the voices are not yours.
So they look like us, but they don't sound like us.
Correct.
You sound very strange. Do you have a cough? Cold? Runny nose?
I was gonna say the same thing about you.
Oh. No, I feel fine. I jingle the crystals around my neck.
What? What is, I'm trying to find what her new character is supposed to be.
So my new character is a dragonborn paladin, so I'm probably talking like, "Oh, my fair maiden, I'll save you." Like I'm extremely like my honor,
Okay, so
lawful neutral bound.
so you definitely don't sound like a gnome. Okay.
No, I suppose I talk like this. Would you like to buy some crystals?
We got a friend to find. Just go knocking on the doors, I guess, or running towards the scream.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so at that point, you reach the room that Tilly is in, which was right across the hall.
Also, I was mistaken. So we actually aren't these people. We're just trapped in their bodies. So we don't have their personalities. We just have their looks.
Correct.
Okay. I was playing it as if we actually were them. Like,
Oh, no.
Okay.
So
that makes things a lot easier.
When you look at I'll give you a quick breakdown. I realized the way it ended last time, I didn't leave a lot of detail. So, you are your brain trapped inside these bodies. The three of you see each other as you actually are, but when it comes to reflections, you see your new body, and anyone else you may meet sees your new body.
Okay.
So, have we seen ourselves?
Also just quickly, slightly out of there. So when it says like the personality traits and everything, that's what that person is known for, but we don't have to embody that, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's where I was getting confused. Okay,
fantastic.
Got you.
Yeah. Cool. Have I seen? I've seen someone in the mirror. I don't necessarily think it's me. It's quite hairless.
Okay, Mindy picks up like the nearest shiny plate or reflective surface and looks in it and drops it on the floor and goes, "Oh my god, I'm a lizard."
Well, you don't look like a lizard to me.
Thank you. Like, I know we haven't been friends for very long, but like you don't know how badly I needed to hear that.
After hearing familiar, well, I guess they're not familiar voices in the hall, and they haven't said names, so I'm still like pressed against the wall in my room, like.
Well, I think we have more pressing matters. Let's find out if someone is in trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna is she still screaming, or is she just like?
Did you just scream
I'm not
once?
still screaming. I just screamed once, and now I'm like still losing my mind, and I'm not sure where to go, what to do.
So you're still in your room?
Yep. I hear the voices in the hall, and I'm like, are they friendly? I don't have my axe on me. You know.
So I go to her door and like knock on it, like,
everything okay in
there?
Question: do I have weapons on me right now?
Do we have the weapons that are written on the sheet?
No. So right now, as far as you know, you have no weapons. You don't know where they are on the ship.
Okay. Alright, well, we knocked on Tilly's door, asked her if she was okay.
I say, who is it? I warn you, I'm dangerous.
Mindy and Tula.
You don't sound like Mindy and Tula.
And you
Yeah.
don't sound
don't
like
sound like
Tilly.
Tilly.
But
Yeah, no, I am a human male, I think.
I'm also a human. I'm a high fae male. I'm a high elf. So,
I'm a dragonborn.
are we all male?
Yes, I'm also a boy.
I
Okay.
don't remember. I
So
made
we're
these things a while
just-
ago.
A bunch of gruff voiced. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, I guess I wouldn't have known it was Tilly. Huh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Close.
What's your name?
Tilly.
Tilly?
Wait, you said we don't sound like Mindy and Tula. Do you know us? Oh, you know what? You already said Tilly. It's Tilly.
Yeah, I asked her name. That's
Like
Tilly. Do you
Tilly's us.
believe in Ted Cooper?
I did not. You broke up there.
So I said, do you super duper believe in Ted Cooper?
I super duper believe in Ted Cooper.
It's her.
And then I step outside cautiously.
And you see us.
I see y'all, and I'm like, oh,
What the hell is going on?
thank the blades.
I'm gonna say at this point, Shift Breeze has also just heard commotion in the hallway.
Who was?
Carmel's character.
Oh, okay.
You see a friendly little smiley face just pop out in the hallway. Look down, just give you the biggest smile. Little
So-
flowers are around her head, and her horns are just kind of tucked around the ring of flowers, and she just smiles at you and she goes, "Hello, fellow travelers. Good morning."
So we see her as.
The
Does she
fawn
see us
is.
as us, or
So, since she's not part of the original adventuring party, she sees you as your new forms.
okay?
I'm just like staring at her like,
Where are we?
I don't know, but there's nothing below the ship.
Oh, I was asking Carmel, but yeah, what? What?
By the way, Carmel, the airship's name, if you want to give them some information, or at this point, I guess I'm throwing some exposition in there, but you're on an airship called the Lackshaw. It is a luxury airship taking a long flight from the Kingdom of Terrevon, heading to Tepafor, an entirely separate continent that is an industrial steam-powered city, or industrial steam-powered continent.
Okay. Well, they seem confused, and I don't know why they're confused, but I feel very helpful and the need to remind them, and I'll just tell them, I'm like, well, we are upon this very large crafted flying vessel going to a wonderful city made of steam. Do you not remember?
I don't know how I got here.
steam, like the thing that comes out of a kettle?
That's what I was informed. It is a city of steam.
What keeps the ship in the air?
I am unsure. I
We're
am
all gonna
I am
die.
doing traveling, and everything is very large and very big. It's a little dark and hard, more from where
We're
I
all
come
gonna
from,
die.
which is just all nature and pretty and flowers and things. But I'm really enjoying this adventure. Did you get on this large vehicle by accident?
I don't know how we got here.
I
But
don't
we're
know
all
how
gonna
I
Those
got
were
here.
Expressed.
But there's nothing below the ship.
It must have wings. It has to have wings, right? Wings?
It's got wings, or it's using some kind of magic to fly.
I was told it is a crafted vehicle specially made for flying like dragons, but not as fast, and definitely not as smelly.
Like a dragon. Like a dragon.
Dare you
Okay,
say
okay,
dragon smell?
And stone. No.
Wait. Dragons can fly, though. That does make me feel slightly better. They're like... Okay.
But this one
Minnie's
does not
panic...
have special
So-
wings. It has a very large bag, and it flies. Isn't it wonderful? It's very smooth.
Yes, yeah. Mindy's panic subsides a little bit after hearing, like, what she thinks is an explanation of how it works.
It's one of those
And
good enough
having
moments.
fall into her death. Well, no, in her head, she has cemented the fact that she thinks it flies like a dragon, because Virgie said like a dragon. So,
Okay.
Tula at this point is like, okay, we're not falling, so...
yeah, we haven't died yet.
I mean, that's a good option.
Still unsure.
Can I
I am
ask
going
you a
up
very
to the top
weird...
so that I can watch the sky.
Can I ask you a
Will
very
you
weird
keep
question
going
before
up?
you do?
Okay.
What do we sound like? Like, if you could describe my voice. I'm writing a book. And I need some practice in helping, narrate. I'm writing a narration of my travels. And, what do we sound like? What do I sound like to you?
You sound like you.
Oh, no,
I've
I just
never
mean, like,
heard
if you
anyone
could-
sound like you before.
No, I just mean if you could describe my voice. Like, you know how sometimes in books people are like, she had a high tinkling voice, like the clanging of church bells, or he had a rich, sonorous voice, like melted chocolate. What would you say, just if you had to come up with something on the spot? It's a writing exercise.
I don't know what chocolate is, but it sounds soft. And like
Is
I
my-
should try some.
Is my voice high, like birds, or low, like a cow mooing?
It's kind of medium.
Medium.
Kind of like when you are listening to the wind blow inside of a cave.
Okay.
It's just very medium.
Medium.
Is that the right way to say that?
No, of course, yes, no. All right. Okay. Mindy has a rather very high squeaky voice, so she turns to Tilly and Tula and says, "Okay, she doesn't hear us as us either."
At around this point, you guys hear a bell ringing, and somebody shouts that it is mealtime.
Oh, food.
I don't know if it's a good idea to let everyone know that we are completely clueless and vulnerable and have no idea why we're here.
That is
Maybe
a very good idea.
Maybe
Yeah.
let's try to play this like we know what we're doing.
Shift Free sees that you are confused and you seem sad. She's like, I am going up to try some more of these new food things that I have been experiencing. Maybe this will make you feel better. And so she drew across a weird looking purple flower that has the petals of a lily and the center of a daisy, but it is red. And she gives you 2 of those, and then she kind of skips off.
Oh, I was gonna say Mindy gives her a crystal back.
You actually don't have your old equipment, so there's no crystals with you right
Oh
now.
yeah, that's right. I'm not Mindy. Fuck. I can't just give people rocks. That's like the core of my character.
It's okay. You'll get your crack rocks back soon enough.
Do I get my warm rock back?
You will all get your rocks back when you solve how to get back to your bodies.
I love my warm rock.
So if you guys make your way down the hallway, you can actually see a table set out. And at this point, the head cook starts bringing food out, which would be Aaron's character.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody, take a seat, take a seat. I have a wonderful meal placed for everybody. We have custard stuffed battered toast, we have baked apples dusted with cinnamon, and we have plenty and plenty of bacon.
I'm vegan.
Bacon.
Any
Bacon.
vegetarian options?
We have apples dusted with cinnamon.
Is there sugar? Did you add sugar?
No,
They're sugar
apples
added.
are sweet.
Okay.
Who doesn't like bacon? What is this?
Damn it. I was really hoping he would say sir or ma'am. Fuck. That was an aside whisper to Tula and Tilly.
I'm just excited about a vegan in this kind of universe.
So I guess what the four individuals at the table, what do I see?
If you
You
want to,
see a dragonborn paladin.
You
Yes, Dave.
see a tall, high elf.
Actually, you see a dragonborn paladin in a uniform, like a soldier's uniform.
You see a fairly short human male dressed as a ranger.
like a park ranger.
And I think that's it, right?
Well, also, Carmel's character's out there now
And,
too.
Oh, right.
and a cute little sheep girl with elven features and ears. She's got her horns are kind of like a mint green, and to match her hooves, her hair is like kind of a powdery pink. She has a wreath of flowers in her hair, a pretty long skirt, and a roughly bodice and short sleeve chemise.
Okay.
And she's poking at the stuff that's on her plate and kind of just sticking her tongue down onto it. Not really.
This grizzled war veteran is interrogating you about gluten-free options.
The cook is definitely eyeing you with just a little bit of derision of just how do you exist?
Apples contain free radicals. Wait, no. Maybe apples fight free radicals. You know, crystals fight everything.
I hope you're not worried about the chemtrails from this airship.
Rowan begins to question his existence and maybe how he
Mindy-
makes choices in life.
Mindy reaches for her neck, for her crystals, like almost subconsciously, to start her sales pitch. After she finishes saying crystals fight everything, and then kind of feels around and drops her hand and just goes completely dead silent and walks back to the table. Because
Tilly looks at the food laid out and grabs 3 of everything.
Saint Tilly is like, or that's like Tula is like right behind her, just stacking up her plate.
Mindy's not gonna eat.
Not even the apples.
Mindy doesn't know the chef.
Hmm.
And she was never planning to eat. She just wanted to annoy him.
It's probably definitely quite a scene on this side of the table between Tula and Tilly, just chowing down. Neither of which have the best table manners, I'm sure.
Alright. Mindy is gonna turn to I'm sorry, I'm not like the urge is to call her sheep girl because I forgot her name.
Sheep girl.
Yeah, what is her name again?
Shift breeze.
What?
Shift
Breeze?
breeze.
I don't know why I can't hear shift.
Shift breeze.
Shift breeze. Okay, shift breeze.
You did cut out a little, so I said shit breeze, and I'm like, that's a horrible name.
All right, she turns to Miss Sheep Breeze. So, why did you said you were boarding this airship to learn more and broaden your horizons with travel? What are you most excited to see in our next destination? What's the capital city?
I don't know.
Oh,
I am going everywhere to find out everything.
where do we stop next? I forgot.
I don't know. I handed the person that was standing next to this vessel the coins from my bag, and he let me come on board.
Mindy grips her glass so hard that she it shatters in frustration that she doesn't have her crystals on her because she just found the world's easiest mark.
Easier than Tilly.
Yes. Yeah, she wouldn't even ask to touch the rock to see if it did anything first. She would just buy it. So she's livid that she has run into this incredible sales opportunity with nothing to sell. All right. So is the chef still hanging around the table watching people eat? Okay. Sir, wait, you're a male
elf. Yes.
male elf. Okay.
A Melf.
A male. Oh my god.
Took all of half an hour.
Oh, yeah, I'm just getting started.
My elfie.
Is that how we're gonna play today?
All right. Mindy turns and snaps her fingers like you would if you were an asshole at a waiter in a restaurant. Sir,
You get met with narrowed eyes.
Do you know where we're heading next? I forgot my itinerary in the room.
Kind of gives you a quizzical look and like just a myriad of emotions across the face. Like immediately the narrowed eyes drop, looks at you very quizzically, just you joined an airship without knowing where you're going, then immediately going sheepish as he remembers, I don't know where we're going. I saw airship, I wanted on the airship and didn't really care where they were going.
One of my 17 husbands bought me a ticket as a gift.
I'm sorry, 17? How does, but the logistics, like how would you, no.
We have a 3-week rotation.
Even at 3 weeks, like you see him just start devolving, like completely ignoring what you just asked.
Well, no.
As he just starts going through and just trying to postulate the different.
3 weeks. No, Minnie sitting down and explaining to him. 3 weeks, right? 2 weeks is 14 days, plus 3 more days is 17, and then 4-day weekend for just some me time. It's a 3-week rotation. And
okay.
I lose track of all the things they give me. Minnie kind of rolls her eyes. She's very tired of everyone she talks to being useless. She kind of thought the conversation would end after the blatant lie. But she really appreciates that it didn't.
Rowan kind of just eventually, I guess, remembers that we are headed to. I'm sorry. Pipifor?
Yes, Tepifor.
Tepifor.
You know what, 18? We're good.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Slowly backs out of the room.
I turned to him towards the end of the conversation and politely asked, could we get some more? Because now the table is empty.
Sure.
What? No, go get your own food. This is the first useful person we've talked to all day.
Rowan will go back into the galley and begin prepping more food. He'll also kind of throw together just a scrap heap of oats and dried fruits and just anything that isn't remotely meat based, and just kind of like grinds it together mortar and pestle style to create just like the world's worst granola.
I say it sounds like baby food almost.
Like it's probably not going to be that appetizing, but like he does not understand people that this vegan not wanting to eat bacon, like that's sacrilege. How could you? And so he quickly puts together another round of food, puts it on the table, and then hands the bowl of duff to this dragonkin that doesn't eat meat. Just
Yeah, this
To your future
poor
wife?
soldier, like
hurting.
he's in the wearing like a soldier's uniform, like that, like a decorated soldier's uniform.
There's like it's completely odd, but Ro's just gonna roll with it. He doesn't really care. He's here to cook food and study the ship. So, people do
All
weird
right.
things.
Mindy turns to Tula and Tilly and says, Pettifor? Pettiforce? Y'all ever heard of it?
Nope.
I haven't. And I've been
Tilly
damn
doesn't
near
even bother
everywhere.
like to stop eating. She just shakes her head.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out when we get there. Mindy's kind of at a loss here. Like, so many things have happened. She woke up and she was somebody else. Somebody was screaming. She's in the sky somehow. She still doesn't really understand that. She is just absolutely overwhelmed and she has no idea where to start solving even one of the problems that have been presented here.
It occurs to me, and I'm gonna turn to Miss Breeze across from me. What day is it? I always lose track of the time, the calendar.
Oh, I've heard of this, of naming the times between the sun coming up and the sun going down. But I do not know. I have not gotten a straight answer from anyone through my travels. They all have different names.
Do we need some DM intervention here, real quick?
Well, I think we would probably ask the chef then at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Oh well, yes, it is the of
So, what the chef says to you is, while not knowing the exact day of the week, because you've been in the air for quite some time, he lets you know that the year lands about 15 years after the last day you were standing in.
15 years in the future?
15 years in the future.
Or 15?
1-5.
1-5.
And at this
That's
point,
not a big jump this time.
Tula, roll a perception check.
Oh, good lord. As Tula or as Guy?
This time as Tula.
As Tula.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get really wild.
Good lord. Let me my character sheet load. Perception?
Yes.
Okay. Why aren't you loading right now? Come on.
Because it would be too easy if it loaded quickly.
Right?
Alright, you rolled super fucking high. So, you hear a very loud ringing in your ears. And you hear a voice. And it's a voice that you could make out because you rolled high enough. Saying, "This isn't what I planned, but I did this all for you. I'm sorry." And it's Salazar.
Salazar? You fuck!
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
And at that point, you snap out of it. You don't hear the ringing. You don't hear him anymore. But that's all you heard.
Sorry, cobwebs in the old cogs here.
Tilly is unfazed and continues to eat because she's used to outbursts like this by now.
And you guys are also used to getting thrown
Mindy
through the fucking, like, time
kind
travel.
of squints.
Oh yeah, Mindy hasn't been through the time travel stuff yet.
No.
Nor has she had to deal with the whole Salazar thing.
What
No,
was that about?
She was there just for the last fight where he ended up getting pickpocketed by Lupo.
Oh yeah.
Long story short, for those that haven't read the recap or those just tuning, I'm sorry?
Does that mean Salazar, likes me?
Yes.
Aww.
So, for those just joining, tuning in, what have you, if you haven't read the recap, Tula, in her infinite wisdom, picked up a cursed item, and it contained the soul of an evil force known as Salazar. and he was basically taking over her body until she could find somebody willing to take him. Someone pickpocketed him, well, or more or less ripped the ring off her finger and put it on themselves,
Yep.
I
and
almost got it back. I
tried
think it's a
using
cool
the
idea.
power
It
against
works.
them. And that guy, that soul, Salazar, even though he's on somebody else's finger right now, is doing everything in his power to get back to Tula.
Mindy looks over to Tula and says, "Can I have a word with you, real quick?" And kind of like points to a secluded area.
Listen, Salazar is not going to be number 19 for you.
That's fair. It's also funnier because I realize now that it was a grizzled, decorated soldier dragonborn saying that he had 18 husbands. Or 17 husbands.
Listen, this is a pretty progressive world we're in. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm just the high elf male, just very wearily like sitting at the table, kind of staring off into space, eating breakfast, and going, "Ha! You fuck!"
Yeah. Mindy looks at you and is like, "Hey, can we talk over there
Yeah.
real quick?"
Julia gets up and like follows after them.
Yeah, what was that about?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just sometimes, little things like to pop up.
Because it kind of sounds like maybe it had something to do with our situation. In which I think you would need to tell people. Because we're all in the situation.
I can't say for certain what it is, but as soon as I figure it out, I will let you know.
Can I make a perception check to overhear this?
Sure.
I also
Ugh.
want to
Yeah,
make
that's a
that
5.
perception check.
That's an 11.
You realize something's going on. You don't quite know what's happening. Tilly, since you're privy to the situation, I'll let you roll with advantage. You don't need to. You rolled fine. At that point, you hear exactly what they said, and you also just remember the quote-unquote voice in Tula's head, because you know very well who and what it is. So,
Yeah.
if I may, I'll say you charge over to them.
Mindy wants to roll to persuade Tula to tell her what the hell's happening.
At this point, I'm going to say both of you just do a d20 roll-off. If you get higher, Mindy, she will tell you, and if Tula gets higher,
What?
she will not.
I think dumped into persuasion and charisma. Rude.
So just roll a d20?
Yeah, just because this is just basically a challenge to try to get information out of another player.
Yes, but I specialize in persuasion.
Mindy did.
Well, if it's our minds, then our social skills should still be used.
Yeah, there's some weird bleeding that I didn't think of in this.
Alright, we'll just do a regular d20.
Sorry.
You didn't think through all the complex scenarios
Jesus
regarded in body swapping?
No, I didn't. I mean, before I came up with the body swap, I was going to Freaky
Jesus.
Friday them and just put them in each other's bodies. But I landed on this instead. Alright, so she doesn't tell you a fucking thing.
Apparently not. Alright. We're using the Dragonborn's one that I want to intimidate her. But. Alright. Not really, that was a joke.
Just threaten her.
I am pretty close. Yeah.
So-
I just met her like a day ago, and if she knows something about this and isn't telling, Minnie's pretty fucking peeved at that.
I'm trying to picture the physiology of this because she sees a gnome, but you'd be grabbing her by the throat if you tried to threaten her.
Yeah.
That would be like
yeah.
weird. I did not think about the physiology of all this either.
If the
I shrank a foot.
Flashes away from like how we see them to the person they really are.
That could work.
Because like if I'm interacting with a gnome and I like go to touch them, if I'm going to touch a normal person's shoulder, that's like clear above their head. So
Yeah.
I think if you go in with like intent to touch, you see their body as they are, or this gnome is just all of a sudden the size of a dragonborn.
I like that idea.
Okay, yeah. So they see it like we see each other as like our true forms, but the height is adjusted for the height of our bodies.
Also, I think we should use our own social skills and mental and like intelligence rolls because if we have our minds, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
future roles. I'll allow that. I'll allow you to use your base character sheets for things like that.
I definitely would not have done so well on that perception check.
So hey, you got a freebie. All right, so you're all just standing in the hallway, muttering to each other, and everybody else is over still by the what's it called, the galley?
Okay, Mindy walks
So
back in.
Tilly hasn't said anything yet, but I'm just staring Tula down.
Oh, okay. Do you know what's going on?
I feel like I should know more than I do.
Yeah, join the goddamn club. We're both kind of staring Tula down. We're
Tilly, like, it's just like knowing nod, because like she knows what's up. So just like that, like a grim, like, yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's what you think it is.
Mindy
I
kind
go
of
and sit back down and eat more.
It's a good reaction.
Hello?
Shift Breeze just looks up and smiles at you with like a piece of bacon hanging out of her mouth.
Why can I not be let in on the big secret?
I pick
'Cause,
up
you know, this
a
is
piece of
happening to me,
bacon and
too.
kind of like make a toast motion with it and eat it.
That's making
I just
the best
wiggle
of
it at you like a
situation.
worm. 'Cause I have no idea what you're doing. I just wiggle it at you like a worm.
I mean, at this point, you guys are just eating awesome food. Shit, I want bacon now. This is the wrong time of night to just
Yeah,
a skillet.
I'm thinking now.
I managed to shove an entire piece of what was it, custard-filled toast, which I assumed to be just French toast.
Yeah, think of it like stuffed French toast.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, you know, an entire piece is going in my mouth all at once.
So you're eating like you're still a dragonborn.
Oh yeah.
Rowan's looking at you with a mix of
Well,
equal
your
parts
stomach is
disgust
now
and
that of a
awe.
Houston, though. Of a human, though.
I am so glad that high fae, like high elves, still have elongated canines, because for this entire thing, Tula's just been tearing into the meat with just like not using utensils or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, or did Tula walk back into the hall as well?
Tula walked back in. I was like, that's how she gave Tilly
So
the
they left
knowing
Mindy
nod.
standing there going, hey, is no one going to tell me what the fuck is happening?
Pretty much.
Rude.
Alright, Mindy walks away.
Like
she does not go back into the hall.
Okay, you gotta go back to your room.
Yeah, she's pissed off.
It's not my thing to tell.
Oh, I'm not there.
I just kind of lean into Tilly like, well, that could have gone better.
Shrug and eat more bacon. At this point, I'm getting way too full.
Yeah, at this point, you must have put away like at least a pound of bacon.
Yeah, you would be throwing up.
Your little human body's about to pop. So it's around this time, after all this has happened, that you hear over the PA, because there's apparently electronics in this ship that I just created now. The captain
There
saying,
would be I mean, there are spells that do similar.
"Yeah, no, I'm just going electronics. Fuck it."
Okay.
And you hear, "This is your captain speaking. If everyone likes to make their way to the main deck, you could look over the port side and see some of the King's Royal Guard flying by. Feel free to wave at them."
Are there windows in the room?
Yes, but the Royal Guard's flying a bit higher, so you'll see the bottom of it if you stay in your room.
I'll still see some of it, though?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Mindy's gonna stay in her room. She's gonna look out the window and see what they're flying on.
Okay.
Like a ship or dragons or...
For the rest of you, are you going to return to your windows, or are you going to run on up the stairs?
I'm going to cautiously go up the stairs.
Same.
Oh, I'm gonna grab a fistful of bacon and then like kind of skip up the stairs, excited and clapping my hands together and splattering little bits of bacon grease all over.
I like your style.
I think Tula and Tilly at this point are kind of like waddling up to the deck because of just how much they've eaten.
Yeah, and then I think that this is an appropriate time for me to get airsick. So I
Oh,
waddle up
yeah.
to the deck,
Oh no.
run to the edge, and let let loose.
That's so great with what's about to happen. Aaron, are you running up as well?
So Rowan's going to quickly clear the table and kind of set things aside because he'll clean up afterwards, and then run up to the deck.
Okay, I'll say you had time to make it before what I'm going to refer to as part of the show happens.
Yep.
Looking over the port side, you see a very large dragon with an armored dragonborn riding it, flying the sigils of, and Tilly, you'll know this well, King Tad Cooper.
Can Mindy see that too?
Mindy sees the bottom of a dragon. You see its belly. Because you're one full deck below.
Alright, when she sees like the actual full dragon, something she recognizes.
Are you going to charge up at that point or no?
Yeah, she's gonna try to run up. But she.
Do I recognize this dragon?
You recognize the sigil. However, you, Tilly, as Tilly, since we're going to use those stats for mind things, roll a perception check.
Hold on.
Well,
I didn't
Tad,
have my character sheet up.
is he like a king of actual like?
He is the king of dragons, and he is also my father.
Okay, but is when you say king of dragons, like do the dragons have a realm? Like, do they do trade?
You're about to find out. You're about to find out something big.
Well, no, I'm just saying, would Mindy know who Tad Cooper was? Like, you know how you would
Oh, yes,
know who the
she's-
king of England is?
Yes, she knows it's her dad.
No, I mean Mindy.
Oh, Mindy.
Would
you
Mindy know?
Okay,
about
so
Tad
the
Cooper?
world you came from, you knew that Tad Cooper was just the king of the kingdom of the Dragonborn. You
Okay,
did
so yeah.
not know that he was being revered to as just the king in general.
Okay, so it's not like he's like the king of a country.
Right.
He is the king of a country.
Well, he's the king of a country. He's not the king of like. You basically entered in the middle of a conflict to control the entire continent.
Okay, so I definitely would know him, and I'd recognize that schedule.
Yes, you would know him.
That's
for
what
sure.
I'm trying to say. Would Mindy know who that is, or is that secret knowledge? Is what I was trying to ask.
Gotcha.
Okay, then.
All right, so at this point,
that's what I
15
needed.
on that perception.
yes, a 15 is high enough because let's just say you notice this. There's a statue on the main deck of your father, King Tad Cooper, on the back of a chimera holding the twin blades of Terrevon. And under it is a plaque that reads, "In honor of King Tad Cooper, may he reign forever, banisher of Cernleia."
Well, that's not quite what happened, is it?
It's a bit of an alternate history, but you guys aren't there to contest it.
He's not dead. Okay.
No, quite the opposite. Little exposition at this point. I'll say the captain came out because he's also like, waving, saluting, what have you. And because he's just so proud of this world that's become, he is just thrilled to tell you about how King Tad Cooper flew in on the back of his chimera, Cleo, and stopped Cernleia from ruling Terrevon and broke the world free of her reign.
I'm trying to think of the logistics of a dragon riding a chimera.
I mean, he's a dragonborn. He's not a full-blown dragon. And that chimera was a big bitch.
It's the chimera that fought with us, right?
Yes, and they have had 5 people flying on its back at once at one point.
Yeah.
So it's a large enough chimera to support him.
I thought Ted
Okay.
Cooper was the full-on dragon.
Yeah, I thought Tad Cooper was a full-on dragon.
Yeah.
No, he's a dragonborn.
Okay. Because anytime we had played with him, he was described as a dragon.
Sorry, he was
Yeah.
a dragonborn who had a child with a human.
I apologize for Dean. He's
yelling.
being dramatic.
See, now I wish you were on camera if you're talking about Dean.
Yeah, but he's not in the camera.
Oh, is he just crying? Is that what we're hearing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear him at all.
I heard
He.
like the quietest little mew ever.
He's a
He's
very
very
vocal
loud
cat.
in real life. Don't worry.
Yes, he's loud and he'll steal food off your plate.
I'm just glad you can't hear Jasper snoring right now. Because I have a mini chainsaw next to me.
Oh.
Cute little chainsaw.
All right.
So yes, you just got a bit of a tidbit of information about what's happened in the roughly 15 years since the battle that you guys won.
After seeing my father's sigil and then the statue, I'm going to suddenly recover from my air sickness. I think it was just overeating. And I'm trying to think of what I want to say to the dragon flying here, if I can yell to him. Is he close enough that I could yell and he could hear me?
I'll say he could hear you just for the funsies of whatever this may be.
Also, remember, you don't. Does she still speak Draconic?
Yeah,
I
since
still
you have
all my
your
mental faculties.
yeah, say since you have your character's minds, then yes.
Fair. Okay.
But also, most people speak common anyway.
Right, but I want to talk to the dragon specifically.
Oh, the dragon itself, not the person riding it.
Right.
Gotcha. Yes, you could do that.
Color is the dragon.
Blue.
Blue. Okay.
I mean, I guess there's nothing that I want to say because I don't want to tell dear old daddy that I'm coming for him.
This just
But
became a revenge plot, and I like it.
wait, did we ever give my mother a name?
No, honestly, no. I mean, she showed up a couple times, but yeah, she was never actually named. So have at it.
I guess it would be public knowledge who is the Dragon King's wife at this point.
Yes, we could just call her Queen Cooper if you want.
Yeah. I want to ask the captain. Well, calling her Queen Cooper wouldn't differentiate her between my mother and some other woman that Tad Cooper is married.
Fair. The king's first wife?
Yeah. Well,
So,
if I ask about his first wife, that would imply that there's a second. If there hasn't been, then that gets a
right.
little weird too.
I mean, at this point, then, for all you know, Queen Cooper is your mom. Because she was with him at the kingdom when you guys went there.
Right. I turned to the captain, actually, and asked, Queen Cooper's human, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I just was trying to remember.
Weird thing to forget. They're an unusual couple. But alright, yes, she is very human.
I think that's why I forgot. Alright, I guess there's nothing that I want to say to this dragon.
Okay. But since you were talking to the captain... Ooh, hold on 1 second, please. I got food delivered, apparently. Thank you.
I like that it sounds like it's a surprise to you.
No, it was. I was not expecting pizza to be brought into me while I'm playing.
Oh, I thought you meant like someone was at your door delivering food and you were like, how did this happen?
No, Amber just brought pizza in.
Surprise food!
Anyway, since you were talking to the captain, do me a favor and roll another perception check. Well, shit. Okay, never mind.
Uh,
Huh?
I think I just want to yell hello to the dragon and ask him casually how long he's been part of
Part of the fleet, I guess.
the fleet. Yeah.
He's gonna tell you it's been about 6 years.
I guess there's nothing else I want to say. There's not really any information. Oh, how high are we?
Uh, you're asking the dragon this?
Yeah.
High enough where I don't see any people.
Yeah, fair. Must be strange to see this human talk to the dragon. But
That does have to look a little weird to people, and plus, you know what? The dragon's even a little shocked. Like, what the fuck? She speaks my language?
yeah.
Koenig hard to speak with a human tongue.
I'm gonna say traditionally, but because she has it so ingrained in her mind,
It sounds like Parcel Tongue from Harry Potter. Just
she makes it work.
Yeah.
Mindy's gonna go over to the captain of the ship, not the captain of.
Well, that's who I originally asked about Queen Cooper.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, then she's
I also want to ask the dragon how he likes flying under King Cooper.
For the best you could tell, he seems sincere and says, as long as we do what he says, it's wonderful.
All right, I tell him have a good flight and leave it at that.
You too. And then he finally starts kind of listening to his rider, and they like veer off to the side. So now, Mindy, you said you were going for the captain?
Yes, I'm going to go talk to the captain of the ship.
Okay.
How long till we get to where we're going?
About 3 more days.
3 days, huh? We planning any stops along the way?
He gestures vaguely over the edge and says, I don't want to land in the water, so no.
Touche. Alright, Minnie stalks back off to the edge to go stand alone.
Alright. Anybody else have anything they want to ask, say, do, etc.?
Really? Tula's kind of trying to keep like a low profile now that someone is slightly suspicious of her.
Oh, because Mindy wants to know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Minnie's not going anywhere near Tilly or Tula.
Oh,
she is very clearly and very passive-aggressively, like, walking in, like, a 15-yard force field, like there's a restraining order. She is mad.
Means I don't have to explain the fact that I somehow became friends with a sorcerer who turns people into furniture. I will take it.
Yeah, those are the good old days.
Yeah, that's a thing that, you know.
That happened.
I think a lot of people forget that Salazar, like, just was fucking crazy and liked to turn people into furniture for fun.
Oh, he was an evil prick. He just took a liking to you.
Yeah. Which, I don't know what that says about my character, but...
He could just be intrigued. He's never made tabaxi furniture, as far as you know.
The fur cushions would be soft.
I agree. And the pattern would be beautiful.
Don't be making any plans there, DM.
Don't worry about it. I've already got some plans for the Salazar leg of this, I guess we'll call it chapter.
Oh, fun.
So is everybody pretty done looking at shit now that the guy flew away?
Yeah, Mindy's gonna look for a library. If it's like a cruise ship and they have like entertainment and stuff.
I'm gonna say there's no like entertainment per se, but every so often the crew likes to put money on each other and have a couple bare knuckle fights in the hold.
Okay. I didn't know if this was like it's like a plane or if it's like a cruise ship.
No, it's not like a luxury liner or anything. It's got, like I said,
Okay.
it's got necessities more or less, but no real like lavish things.
Okay, then yeah, Minnie's gonna go straight back to her room.
Okay, everybody else.
Shift Breeze was going to hang out on the deck. She's going to go to the very, 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 very tippy front and just kind of lean over like, an unsupervised child and just look at everything. Like her eyes are just huge, like all the time.
Okay.
She just wants to stare at everything. And she just kind of looks at like some of the stuff around like rigging bits and she just kind of pokes and prods. And she's just basically like just figuring things out texturally, almost like a toddler. And then, anyone she sees, any persons, she's just very, very bubbly. And even if they don't respond, she just kind of skips away and finds another person to say hi to.
Tula's just gonna like stick with Tilly. Just stay close to her because the familiarity and also like not wanting to be separated again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Stick with what you know.
We're gonna stick together. Is there anybody around us right now?
So the captain is still out and about. Aaron's character is up on the main deck still, and there's a couple random crew members.
Okay. Is there anybody like at the back of the ship right now?
So you guys, if you want, you can go up to the back half of the quarter deck where nobody else is, aside from like one crew member steering it.
Yeah, we can deal with one crew member steering it.
Well, he's towards, if you're looking at the map right now, he's where number 3 is. So you can go to the back of that section. He won't be able to hear you unless you're like yelling.
So I tell Tula, come with me. And we're gonna go over here. Oh, not that far back. Oops.
Just gonna jump off the ship, okay.
And roll a new character.
Yeet. All right. I thought he was gone.
I did too. Lupo took him. Like, I don't have anything on me, and then all of a sudden I just hear him. What
did he
Sarah
say?
Again? I kind of blanked on that.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
ODM, what did the disembodied voice say? Because I can't remember.
DM is chewing quickly.
Sorry, yes, DM was chowing down on pizza.
Sorry.
So he said, "I'm sorry, but I did this all for you."
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Can't be good.
He sounded almost regretful. Like,
Still can't be good.
I don't. Oh, trust me, I agree. It cannot be good, but like, I think without his help, we'd be dead.
Okay.
So.
I guess.
I don't know, and I feel bad about keeping secrets from Mindy. Is it right, Mindy?
Yes, Mindy.
Yes. But I just don't want too many people to know about this, because word gets out. That's crazy person talk.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you start building furniture, I'm gonna have to take charge here.
If I ever start building furniture, please.
So
Stick
at
me
this
in a loony
point,
bin.
Mindy, roll perception as your actual character.
Why did I do that?
Did you close your character sheet?
Yep.
It happens.
Actually, I let my laptop lock, which was dumb.
Oh.
Technical difficulties?
Yes.
Technological differences.
Did you have to rewrite a bunch of stuff when I ended up with Salazar?
I kind of like, so what I'll do is I'll write my framework for big events that I want to have happen, or that's the core to the story, and then as you guys play it, I fill in some blanks and change some things around.
Let's see.
Originally, Salazar was never supposed to take over your body, but you just grabbed the fucking ring
There
and
you
then
go.
failed to roll.
I'm a weakling for shiny things.
Yes. So that's a pretty low roll. So you're just gonna hear a whisper run through your room, and you're gonna hear, "Tula, is that you?" No, and then it vanishes.
Oh shit!
Okay. Okay. Can I blood surge to roll again? Oh,
If you want to,
this game.
I'll say. I mean, if you have, did I give inspiration points? I don't remember if I did. If you have an inspiration point, you can burn that to reroll.
No, I don't think you gave me any.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. You've only played the one session.
Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, you just heard a disembodied voice asking for Tula.
Okay. Oh. Mindy's mad. But yeah, Mindy's mad. She's not gonna tell her.
Okay.
She's not gonna do anything. Actually. She is going to leave the room and she's gonna go stand up on the deck.
The main deck?
Yep.
So you can see them from where you are.
Gonna stand up on the deck. Actually, she's gonna go try to find the chef.
Oh, okay. That's back down the chef's quarters.
Yes. Okay, yeah, she's gonna go try to find the chef. He's the only person who has answered a question successfully that she's asked all day.
You kind of come across Rowan making large batches of less opulent food than you were served. It's abundantly clear that this is for the crew.
Okay.
There's a mix of dinner and breakfast for the night shift and day shift crews.
Okay.
Their morning meal.
She much politer than last time. Almost kind of in a polite, like, kind of like someone who's been a little bit thrown off balance. She looks up. Do you have a moment? I have a quick question.
Sure, ask away. This isn't terribly difficult.
You know how the captain allows his voice to be heard from everywhere in the ship, right?
Yes.
It happened earlier. Can he do it so that he can only talk to one room at a time? Has he ever done that? Have you ever heard anything like that? Like he'll say something and it'll only be heard in the kitchen and it won't be heard anywhere else.
Not to my knowledge. It just goes ship wide.
How long? Okay. And have you ever done any tours with the ship before? How long have you been working here?
This is my first voyage. I came across the ship and I just had to know how it worked, so I did whatever I could. I couldn't afford passage, so I offered to work for my ticket.
He looks him in the eyes and sincerely says thank you. You have been the most informative and helpful person out of everyone here, and she is deeply appreciative of that.
Rowan kind of fixes you just again a quizzical stare, just a person who initially didn't eat the food, talked about having 17 husbands.
Yeah.
And now is being very appreciative. It's very confusing, so he just...
It's a bit like the flip
You're
of,
welcome?
like, the cocky asshole realizing he doesn't have a handle on everything and becoming a little bit cowed. Yeah. Okay, she's gonna go try to find the captain or a crewmate or somebody who's been here longer.
Okay. As she's walking away, Rowan, roll a perception check.
I can do that. 21.
Okay, you perceive this very well.
Well, yes.
One of the flames on your stove as she's walking away takes shape to look almost like I'm not gonna say an old man, but definitely an older human, like someone like say their 50s. And you hear him say, "Tula? No, not yet." And the flame starts to go away, but you do have time to react.
Rowan will definitely get like right at eye level, just like zoom into the flame, as this is not something normal. This is like he's going into artificer mode of, is this a new feature of the stove that he's been ignoring this entire time? And just kind of analyzing what's happening. So trying to figure out, like, is this a magical effect? Is this, is this something that the stove should do, or is this definitely something weird?
So he notices that you're like looking at him and that you caught him. So he's like, "I am so sorry to be bothering you right now, but I'm looking for somebody aboard this vessel by the name of Tula. She wasn't in any of the bedrooms where I was hoping, and I just need help finding her."
Immediately as this flame starts talking to Rowan, he freaks out a little bit and grabs his towel and just starts smacking the stove to put out the fire.
Does Mindy hear this?
Yeah, you were just starting to leave the room as this happened.
Okay, she rushes back in. It's like, what is all the commotion? Are you okay?
As the towel... I'm sorry?
Did she see the flame man if she comes back in?
Yes. So as the towel's hitting the flame, you notice it's not even connecting with it. It's like stopping right above it as if there's a magical field.
Okay.
And he you see the flame like kind of bend around and looks, and he sees you walk in. He's like, you again. Sorry, I'm still looking for Tula.
Who are you?
I'm Salazar.
I think I've heard your name before.
Wait a minute, are you...
Definitely know Tula.
Are you that little gnome that was with them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
you know what's going on?
Oh, sorry.
Rowan's gonna look very confused as the very much not a gnome is admitting to being a gnome.
No, don't be sorry at this point. You're the only person who's told me anything about what's going on. What's happening?
The flame makes itself into a full-size person, and it's kind of standing beside you now on the ship. Not burning the ship or anything, mind you.
Still made of flame?
Yes.
You were in the ring, and they took the ring, and I tried to get it back. But...
so you were there. Excellent. So I am still trapped in that ring, but Lupo is sleeping right now. And, God, I really miss Tula. Lupo is so bossy.
Tula's great. How did we get here? Did you have something to do with that?
Back of the ship with Tilly, right?
Yes, you're still back there all the way up. You're 2 floors up, basically.
Okay.
So you don't hear any of this.
So
what happened is Lupo escaped with their mostly dead sister, Lita. Don't worry, Lita's okay if you were worried. But I noticed that Cernlea was chanting something that would have just evaporated all of you. So I used all the magic I could muster to get you out of there, and unfortunately, you're now not a gnome, and Tula and Tilly, I'm sure they're still on this ship.
Well, evaporated is much worse than not a gnome, so thanks, I guess.
Oh, you're quite welcome. It's so great to find somebody who appreciates my work. If we get through this, I could tell you about my furniture that I've made.
If we get through this, let me tell you about crystals sometime.
Oh, of course. I use crystals in a lot of my magic. You could ask Tula and Tilly. I have these very large, vibrant blue and green crystals filled with all sorts of magical energy.
Oh, I have some wonderful magnifying and purification crystals that would enhance them.
Oh, do yours do good?
Not, the ones I show my regular customers do, but I've been known to take requests.
Good, because my crystals tend to hurt.
Throughout this
Well,
entire exchange, Rowan's been like
magnification is
poking at him with
magnification.
tools.
You're what?
Rowan's been like he pulls out a set of like precision tools and like slowly just kind of like pokes at this flame person standing in the room,
Mindy-
just like prodding, seeing what just doing investigative work, still just kind of like trying to maintain a sheer veneer of calm.
So while you're poking at him, it's just clearly going into him. It's not burning you. It's not burning the tool. But all of a sudden, his hand comes up, and it's more corporeal, and it grabs the tool and looks at you and says, "Could you please stop that?"
What
it's
are
okay.
you?
He's a friend.
I am Salazar. I am a furniture craftsman, and I desperately wish to be reunited with Tula, this lovely cat woman. But instead, I'm stuck to this Muppet right now. It is hell.
He was
I've-
traveling with us before, and we got separated,
Before.
and we need to be reunited.
Okay, there's no cat person on the ship.
Oh, I assure you there is. Just as sure as I am that the Dragonborn standing next to you is actually a gnome.
No, he's right. I am a gnome. I speak fluent gnomish. I say something in gnomish.
Yeah, so do I, and I'm not a gnome. I'd like to roll
Okay.
a sense motive, I guess.
I
Or
will.
I guess that would be insight,
Yeah,
which
I'd say inside.
is not great, but we'll see what happens. That's a 15.
I
Okay.
say something relating to gnome culture, I guess, in gnomish. Something that proves I am a gnome, because I am a gnome. I know the location of Orzammar.
Could I possibly offer both of you some information that may help you?
Yes.
Do not.
Is that Salazar or are you talking? Wait,
This
sorry,
is
about the
Salazar.
gnome thing. Okay, I thought the DM being like, here's a gnome fact
Oh no!
that you can use. Sorry.
Do not trust the captain.
Don't trust the captain?
No.
I don't trust anyone on this ship, so way ahead of you.
The
But
captain may seem to be a friend of all, but I assure you, he has plans. I can't tell you what they are, but just know that you cannot trust him.
there's more of us than there is of him.
He has a crew.
Oh.
If I wasn't currently bound by having my soul trapped in a ring on another, I may be able to expend a bit more power to assist you, but right now that's not how that's going to work.
Fair. Okay. Well, great warning. How long can you stay like this here?
Until the furry one wakes back up.
Okay, Mindy is very miffed at Tula, but she has decided to put on her big girl panties and just deal with her little spat she's having later. She realizes there's some real shit at stake here, so she says, "Okay, stay here. I'm gonna go get Tula."
Okay, so at this point, you run up to go get them, and Shift Breeze, you also notice and hear some commotion as she's like scrambling to find her friends.
Oh yeah, I'm like screaming down the halls, like Tula, Tilly, like trying to get them to hear me as far away as possible, so they get here as quick as possible.
Okay,
before
so
he
you're not
gets
being
here.
subtle.
Not at all. I don't care. It looks like I'm searching for my friends. They can think I'm crazy.
Okay, fair.
Shift Breeze was on her way to see if there were any more of the delicious oily animal strips left over from breakfast. So she was heading down that way anyway.
Okay, excellent. And Tula and Tilly, are you guys gonna run?
When I hear the commotion, I'm gonna run.
Same.
Yeah, I am screaming your names, so it is very targeted commotion.
All right, so you guys all just run your way into this kitchen. You are crammed in there.
As
And
you all
Look
enter the
who I
kitchen, you see Rowan like taking a little pinch of something, and he tosses it at this flame entity as he tosses a little pinch of black powder.
it just goes clean through.
Oh,
Doesn't ignite at all, just
No,
like it's nothing.
it's on the ground. You made a
Okay.
mess.
Yeah. Like Rowan's still just trying to figure out what in the hell this thing is. Like it's a flame person that's not burning anything, but it came from the stove and it's talking, and he's real confused.
I would
Mindy's
be-
like, the ring guy is here.
And
Sal?
Tula, you see Salazar. You could tell it's him.
Yeah.
Billy says, "Do I smell something burning?"
There's no notable odor or heat coming from
No,
this side.
but I'm talking about breakfast on the rest of the stove.
Oh, maybe.
No, I actually probably the initial reaction was after smacking the fire that didn't go out to pull whatever was on the stove off to the side.
Okay.
The ring guy did this, but it was to help us. It was evaporated or not gnome. You know, sometimes, some days you're evaporated, some days you're not gnome.
Tula's just looking
Why
at
can
him
I
like,
see that on a coffee cup?
I mean, I plan on putting
Really?
some new merch up on the shop. I could throw some quotes up there.
Oh, I would love a some days you're evaporated, some days you're not a gnome
I like that.
mug. I would kill for that.
Excuse me.
Tula is just looking at Salazar like kind of in shock.
It's me. I came back for you.
Where are you?
Well, kind of non-physically, I am right before you in this, dare I say, hot form.
Where's your ring, Sal?
The ring is on Lupo. Big apologies, but because there's a whole, spiritual contract, yada yada, when my soul's in a ring on somebody's body, I cannot tell you the location of their body.
How do we get our bodies back?
You need the ring.
We're 15 years from when it was taken.
I
In
can
an
tell
alternate
you.
reality?
Can you tell
Is
us where the
Lupo
ring is?
even alive in this
I
reality? Did her
Cannot
parents
tell
ever meet?
you exactly where the ring is. What I could tell you is it's closer than you think, but also Lupo and Lita are stronger than you remember. He starts to flicker out, and then he comes back. He's like, "Oh, never mind. She just farted."
Well, shit.
At
We
this
need the
point,
ring.
Rowan's curiosity is definitely winning out over any concern.
Is she the captain? I don't know who Lupo is. Wait, yes, I
Uh,
do. Didn't we fight Lupo?
Yes, you did fight Lupo, and Lupo was not.
Okay, so I do know who
Puppet.
that is.
So
Right,
what?
right, right.
What happened with your curiosity winning out?
So Rowan's going to ask, so you can't tell them where the ring is. You can't tell them where the person who has the ring is. Is there anything around you that you can tell them the location of? Is there
What's
a
your
rock you can
favorite
tell them where a
landmark?
rock is?
Oh, there are plenty of rocks. So many rocks.
Is there more rocks than sand or more sand than rocks?
There's more rocks to the distance. It's more sand and water.
There's water? Is
Oh,
it
Are you
a
on a
lot of
coast?
water?
A lot of water. I'm not near Terrevon. I could tell you.
Can you
Are
tell
you
us?
near Diphtheria or wherever we said we're
Tephfor?
going? Yeah, sure.
I've heard of this place, but being trapped in a ring, I don't exactly have the most knowledge of
So-
where I'm currently standing.
You can't tell us where Lupo is,
But
but can you tell
where she's
us?
not.
Are you with Lita?
Yes, Lupo and Lita are together. They have
Can you tell us-
not
Lita.
parted.
Can you tell us where Lita is?
Actually, yes.
Yeah. Where's Lita?
So, Lita, while Lupo is sleeping, is currently running a shop in Tepafor.
So they are in Tepafor. Great.
I didn't tell you that.
No, you told us where Lita was.
Yes, excellent.
That was my conclusion that I drew all by myself.
Also, if you
Okay.
guys are
Kind of
looking...
Hey, he said not to trust the captain. We need to get there faster than 3 days.
Oh, that's
I
impossible.
say we do a mutiny.
This only goes as fast as it is going now.
What? How do you know that, Salazar?
Are you going to trust the living flame that's speaking before you or your own instinct? Come on.
But okay.
He did put us on this ship.
I
But I
did
also,
to bring
yeah.
you to me.
Okay, well,
I tried bringing you guys as yourselves. Unfortunately, it was either get you here as quickly as possible or have you evaporated by certain Leia's cast.
Fair enough. Thank you for saving us.
are you able to affect the body of the ring you're on at all?
That's a loaded question. What would you like me to do?
Can you give her a fever? For
No.
cold, runny nose.
I make deals. See, I don't want to stay on the same person forever. Say
No. I just mean till we get there. Make sure she doesn't move. Make her
That's
kind of sick.
not how this works. I do remove their flesh if they disobey me.
Yeah.
Do
Thanks for
that. That's a great distraction.
Lupo hasn't disobeyed me though.
Oh,
There's
then
rules.
tell her to do something awful.
Also, Lupo doesn't have
Flesh.
flesh.
I guess I'd be peeling back fur and fabric to nothing.
To stuffing.
Just distract
Stuffing,
them.
yes.
Keep them there until we get there.
I can do my best. I can let you guys know something very important though.
Oh.
Well, yes.
On the bottom floor of this ship, there is a armory, and that's where all your weapons are. They're surrendered upon getting on the ship, but it's only a small door stopping you.
All of our weapons or all of whoever these are? And she kind of gestures up and down at herself's weapons.
The current bodies you're in. The chef here has some weapons down there. The very
chef
excited one.
Oh no, mine's on myself. Mine's in my bag of holding.
So your weapons are actually
being in the
not
wrong
on you,
body.
but your tools are.
I mean, I would have stowed my rifle in my bag of holding before even getting on the ship.
TSA search a bag of
I
holding.
feel like that's something they would have checked.
Can they search a bag of... Do they
It's a
know a bag of
pocket
holding on
dimension.
site?
You know, because I wrote this a certain way, yes.
Alright.
All weapons have
TSA
been
is awful.
surrendered upon boarding the ship,
Fine.
unless you are captain or official crew.
Fine. I still have my alchemy jug, damn it.
I mean, you're also surrounded by knives since you've been preparing food.
That's true.
Wait, why do we need weapons? What are we expecting
Don't
to happen? 'Cause my
trust
mutant idea
the
got shot
captain.
down.
Yeah, but I don't like walking around here unarmed willy-nilly.
You could go down into the hold and attempt to get your weapons. I don't
Well,
realize.
good
I didn't
thing
think I'd have to
you're
spell this out for you.
Well, I forgot. Y'all aren't casters. Weapons are important to you. Okay.
Yes, and you're only kind of a caster right now.
Oh, right. I forgot that's not a mental roll that I have, is it? I can't do magic.
No, you can't recall like your old spells either. I mean, if I did that, you'd be like a fucking multi-classic badass right now.
Yeah, I'd be a
Right?
paladin cleric. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you just heal everybody.
Alright. Well, oh, tell them the thing about the captain.
Don't trust him. He's a bad man.
Can you expound on that at all?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, why can't we trust him?
He starts fading again. Sorry, Lupo is stirring. I need to make this fast.
Okay.
The captain is actually trying to overthrow the Dragon King. The captain is... And then Salazar fades.
God damn it.
Wait, if he's trying to overthrow the Dragon King, but we also want to overthrow the Dragon King.
Well, no, we want to get out of this reality. This isn't our timeline. Who the fuck cares what, like, happens in this timeline. We need to get that ring.
Okay.
I think. I think, right? Because this isn't our timeline. Because we're in the future, but this also isn't our reality, right? Is that what
So
we
this is
decided?
effectively your reality, but it's what happened after the events.
Okay, so this isn't an alternate timeline.
No,
I
and
thought.
Salazar said you could get back to your bodies if you find the ring. He didn't promise you'd be able to return to the time.
Okay. I thought this was like we went into a parallel universe. I thought for some reason that.
This is just a continuation of a very convoluted time travel campaign.
Yes.
Never mind. Retconning what Tilly just said, or what Mindy just said. Then she didn't say that.
Sounds good.
That was player confusion, not Mindy confusion.
That's fair.
Okay.
So yeah, me and Tula are old hands at this whole time travel business.
That's one way to put it.
Oh, now you've decided to talk with the group?
Well, it wasn't my story to tell.
Wow.
All right, Tilly. Okay, fair. Well, I don't know. Actually, not fair. I think I would have put. We've been changed out of our bodies ahead of societal convention. But I guess you knew what was going on, so it didn't really matter. To you. Because you knew. She's not letting this one go.
Well, all I know is you got 5 people crammed into a kitchen, a flame man just vanished, and you're looking for a ring.
Is that... Who's saying that?
That was DM, kind of...
That was Scott? Okay.
Voice of God. If I may develop such a complex.
The Almighty has spoken.
Rowan pulls out a notebook and just starts furiously writing down everything that he's heard, like just making notes of just who these people are, or at least supposed to be, what this Salazar person, the ring guy that he doesn't understand, that there's time travel, there's being changed out of bodies, like he's confused but doesn't want to forget anything.
I mean, that is a lot to take.
Well, I feel like he wouldn't have said don't trust the captain if we were able to trust the captain, whether he wants the same end goals as us.
But also, I don't trust Salazar.
I mean, he's the one who knows the most about our current situation.
He's the one that's going to turn you into furniture.
He did try to save us. He did save us.
He did save us. You know, it was evaporation, or whatever is happening here.
And you also didn't have him in your head for months at a time.
Yeah, no, I still don't trust him.
So Shift Breeze is kind of peeking around the corner from the doorway, just kind of watching all of this wide-eyed. She saw the Flame Man and almost started to talk to him because she thought he was an elemental, and then realized that that was not right. And then she just kind of pipes up and asks, are you guys looking for things that are made of magic?
Are we looking for what? One more time? Sorry.
Things that are made with magic?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm able to detect magical things sometimes. If I concentrate really hard.
Lovely.
I mean, we know where the ring is, at least. But...
We know where it is. We just gotta get there quick.
So you said you were looking for your weapons or your belongings? Do they have magics on them?
I don't know, because...
I don't think so. Hold on, I gotta check my character sheet. That's a smart idea.
Wouldn't the Artificer's gun have a magic residue?
I'm sorry?
Wouldn't the Artificer's gun have a magic residue?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
He might have something magical.
I wasn't expecting this as a means to do it, but yes.
I mean, I also, you know, being on the ship, I would know where the hold is, and I would know where the armory is.
Yeah, you are working here.
Yeah.
Okay, true, yeah.
Like, I have to go down there to get water anyway.
Do we all say that we head towards the
Well, is it sus if we all go to the armory?
Yes, it is. So let's pick. Who's the vegan in the group? That was the
Me.
That's Mindy.
I am.
Mindy and I'm sorry. What the hell is the artificer's name?
Rowan.
Rowan. Thank you. Sorry, I was gonna call you Roger, and I knew that wasn't right. I'd say Mindy, Roger, and myself because I am a rogue. I have some pretty good stealth and significant stats.
Oh, sorry.
To like head down to the hold and
That's
stuff.
still
Because
basically everybody.
that's 3.
From what I've heard, I'm quite a large man, so
Yeah.
a little bit of muscle.
And Shift Breeze is not dressed very subtly. All bright pastel colors, pretty,
So,
things that
Shift
shouldn't get
Breeze,
dirty.
why don't you come with me? And what I'm going to ask you to do is see if the captain has magical things on him. And
Well, I was
but
saying
we can't let the
specifically
captain know we're looking for magical things.
because
Okay.
being able to say, well, we're looking for vegan options.
Yeah, I'm to help with to
It's a
help.
good ruse, and as a high elf, I have a pretty good nose, so
Okay.
Or we could just
We're
both.
not hurting anyone today, are we?
No.
Okay.
So we got Tilly and Shift Breeze going up to the captain, and the other 3 going down.
yes.
Yes.
Wait, I just want to know if the captain has magical items so that we're prepared for that eventuality.
So just straight up reconnaissance.
Oh, actually, she's gonna.
Yeah.
Before they leave, Mindy, even though she doesn't have her spells, with the brain of a caster, is gonna say, look for residue of like a communication spells and like or anything. It's like a sense arcana check, right?
So what?
Like that's not this game. Fucking that's vampire. Sorry.
That's also Pathfinder.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I think it would be
it's
just straight up detect magic in this one.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I was gonna use.
So she's gonna say like, hey, look for evidence of dark magic rituals, communication spells, etc., too. So not just items, but you can tell what class of magic usually and if magic's been cast recently.
Look for squidgy magic.
Yes, look for traces of magic cast as well. Is basically the parting advice she's gonna give to them.
Okay. So we're gonna start with the 3 that went downstairs: Rowan, Mindy, and Tula. At the end of a long corridor is the door to the armory. In front of it, however, is a Goliath who's just kind of sitting there on a stool, guarding it. What are you guys doing down here?
We get our characters' based social roles, right?
Yes. Yeah, because you're using the
Mindy.
minds of your characters.
I didn't mean to do that.
Mindy's gonna walk up to him. She's gonna turn and she's gonna be like, I'm a natural charmer. I got this. And
The sniffle was perfectly timed, by the way.
thank you. She is going to walk up to the Goliath and she's going to say, they packed my medicine in with the and with my sword oil that I use for polishing my swords. And they took it. I need to get in and grab it, please.
Name?
Martin Bafflestone.
You see him start thumbing through a clipboard. Nope. Sorry, no Martin Bafflestone on record. Your medicines must be elsewhere, Mr. Martin. Rowan, are they down here with you?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
they-
certainly down here with me. This cook doesn't even have any vegetarian or vegan friendly options, and I don't know about you, but I don't sully my palate with meat.
You didn't let me roll for that? That was mean.
Yeah, he had a clipboard.
You didn't say that.
That's fair. He had a clipboard. What?
I don't eat meat, and all he knows how to cook is meat. I have some veggie rations. I almost
And
called it
I'm
Linda's
gluten
bread.
free. I have celiacs.
Are you?
That's why I need the medicine.
Oh, you guys are sick. Oh God. Sure. Come in and get what you need. I'm gonna watch you though, because you can't bring your weapons.
Thank you. Cool. I beeline it to my pack. And I have.
Wait, it wouldn't be Tula's pack.
Nope.
Well, no, it's. Why am I looking on this character sheet? God damn it! I need to look on the other
We
one.
know our names.
I don't think I gave you that, and that's on me.
How are we going to know which weapons are ours?
That's a good point. Hold on 1 second. Again, on me.
How dare you?
I know.
I was gonna say if we're putting the bodies, we just kind of know what our. Because like she knew her name, unless she was pulling it out of her ass.
I did.
think
My
she
name
was
is
pulling it
Mindy
up.
Bafflestone, and so I said Martin Bafflestone.
I was gonna say we can at least like know who we are, like our names are supposed to be or something.
I would say we woke up in our rooms. We probably looked around, and there was probably something with our name on it,
Okay,
like a wallet.
you saw boarding
name.
passes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so then I gave him my real name, and that didn't end up as stupid as it sounded.
well, Mindy, your name is Anchor, or at least that's what you go by.
Yep.
Anchor.
Cyrus. Cyrus.
Tilly goes by Marley, and Tula goes by Cyrus.
What is my name? Just wait.
Marley.
What was my name? Marley. Oh, so I'm a girl then, not a guy, right? It
No,
doesn't say on my character sheet.
I'm pretty sure I made you a male. If it's female, just Marlene. Take your pick at this point. Because I fucked up in setting this up in time.
You said it somewhere what our characters were.
Yeah, I know. You're Cyrus.
I'm just trying to find where the hell you said that.
So it was at the bottom of the recap, but that recap was also typed up before I made the character sheets for you guys, and I made some changes to it.
Fair enough.
Like when you were originally gonna make me a fucking caster.
Yeah. By the way, you guys are given access, and now you know your names.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna argue here on my character sheet as well. A rogue absolutely would have like some daggers or throwing knives.
They search you.
A
No,
rogue would still have some daggers or throwing knives.
I mean, there's only one spot you could have stuck a dagger where I don't think you'd want to.
No. What I'm trying to say is that I would have some daggers or throwing knives in my possession that were confiscated. Because on the list of the things I have, it says I have a sword and a short bow.
Oh yeah.
And I am a rogue.
I mean, if you want, you could. I'll let you swap the short sword out for a dagger.
I have a sword, a short bow, and a short sword.
We can just
You
pretend
mean
you have
the
a
regular
dagger.
sword?
One more time.
Just pretend you have a dagger in your possessions as well.
That's cool. Can I roll a sleight of hand? I have a +3.
Okay. I'll just put that against a general perception check. Because he's watching you.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. 16.
Did you get your food yet?
Wow.
I'm supposed to leave
Is it-
this gate locked.
I thank you for that, but it is at the bottom of my bag because I wasn't expecting to need it for several more days when we hit land.
Well, next time, don't give them your food when they confiscate your weapons, dummy.
I was expecting this establishment to have actual fine food.
The food here is great. The chef makes me top quality gruel on a daily basis. Thank you, Rowan.
Kind of gives a nod back.
You guys got a real dumb guard on your hands.
Okay.
They don't have the creme de la creme down here.
What's a creme de la... Whatever, just give me gruel. So I'd say, you know what? I'm going to make you each roll to go perception... roll sleight of hand to go through your possessions to get weapons.
Again for me as well, or
Well, you already rolled.
can I do performance?
Oh.
Because I have a +2 performance. Can I just start like rambling this guy's ear off about the different types of food he's missing out on?
Okay, you could do that. And what I'll do is when Rowan and Mindy look for, I'll say their weapons and everybody else's weapons, they both get to roll advantage against them.
Okay.
So if you guys want to both roll sleight of hand with advantage.
Is that just a regular d20?
There should be a sleight of hand section on the sheet, so you might have a plus to it. I don't know if you would as a paladin.
No, I have a 0.
Okay, so then yes, it's a straight d20 for you.
Sorry.
That's quite alright.
Let's see here.
Okay. I do not have the spicy cough. I just got over it, actually.
That's fair. You could roll one more time because you got advantage. So
Okay.
we'll take the higher one. Excellent.
Nice.
And Mr. Rowan?
That is a 19.
Ooh.
And he rolled a 2. So he is just enamored in this conversation about food. And you guys...
Just a great guard.
You guys
I
got
grabbed my
all your
giant
things. You
fuck-off
got-
greatsword.
you got Tilly's things, and you even got Carmel's things. I forget your character's name, so I just called you by name.
Shift breeze.
Shift Breeze. Yes, you got Shift Breeze's things too. You just found
If
everything
I
you could
call you
possibly.
Sheet Breeze for the rest of the
And then you grab
podcast,
the
I'm so
rest of my
sorry.
stuff as well, like my short sword.
All your weapons are recovered.
Okay.
Cool.
So while you guys are doing that, and you're talking about food and everything, we're gonna go to Tilly and Shift Breeze up, heading towards the captain's cabins. He's actually just standing right outside.
Mind you, Shift Breeze's stuff is pretty easy to find right now because it's mostly just all plant-based. It's either got flowers or plants or made of wood and things like that.
Everything was stored alphabetically by
Pretty.
passenger name. Because they didn't expect people to rifle through it. They wanted an easy way to get it to people after they landed. So what are you guys doing up there with the captain?
So I don't want to actually talk to the captain, per
Oh.
se. We just want to like get near him so that she can sense magic.
I mean, you're close enough if you just want to detect magic on him.
Yeah. I don't
can
necessarily
go
want
up
to
and-
talk to him.
Okay. What were we doing?
Detect magic. You'll have to forgive me. I'm trying to figure out this app.
Is detect magic under a spell?
Yeah, I think
It
it's
is.
a cantrip.
It's a or a first level, just kind of depending.
Ah, shit! I forgot to fill out the spells when I helped you out with the
Oh.
character sheet.
I forgot to send you the actual spell list.
Oh.
Because I only have first levels because you said you were going to level it up. But
Right.
I only have like first level and cantrips right now.
Okay. Well, you have detect magic for sure. So
Yeah.
whatever the rolls are that are required to use it, I'm going to say do that. If there are rolls, I don't remember. I haven't used detect magic in a really
Okay.
long time.
It
Uh,
just depends on if someone can sense spells or whatever. So I mean, I
There's just
wouldn't know the
verbal and
difference.
somatic
It's just like-
components, no roll, and concentration 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. So it's basically automatic.
Awesome.
All right.
So I'll do that.
In that case, you're all like quietly concentrating on this so as not to alert the captain, who is blissfully unaware that you're doing anything. And you don't detect any magic on him. However, now that you've got a just clearer look at him, there's no commotion from a dragon flying around or anything. Tilly, roll perception with advantage.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Didn't mean to double click that.
Damn.
So, you look at him, and while obviously time has passed, he may look a little different. You're able to make out just that sharp jawline and physique of the world's tallest dwarf. King Brahm of the dwarves is now captaining this ship. And as you notice that, you recall any crew you've seen aside from the temporary crew that is Rowan, and you haven't been downstairs to see the Goliath. Everyone else you've seen, all the hands on deck, have all been dwarves.
Yeah, I knew Salazar was wrong.
So do you say
I don't say
anything,
that out
or is
loud.
that too
No,
confusing?
No, I'm not even saying that out loud. I'm gonna wait until we all meet back up again.
And we're outside of his quarters.
Yeah, you're out on
Yeah.
the main deck right now. Unless you want to try to sneak into his quarters, and that's a whole other series of things.
Yeah, I don't think
would
I
I-
can sneak it all.
Would I be able to do like any kind of like aura magic like I was advised to coming from his quarters?
What do you mean?
Of like anything, like any kind of like magic energy coming out of his quarters. Like, obviously not
like
being in there specifically looking at objects, but because he, I was told, hey, check for, do you feel anything that's been cast recently? Blah blah blah.
so all the walls are relatively thin wood, so I'll say you could just pull a reading just by being in the vicinity.
Okay.
And in doing so, there is not a single drop of magic coming from there.
I'll just say, very boring in there.
You said that out loud?
It's very boring up here.
He hears that, and he's like, well, I'm sorry. How could I entertain you?
Can you make the dragons fly by again?
No, I cannot.
Oh.
We're better off without them. They take up too much airspace.
Well, most of them smell bad, but I like the blue ones because they smell like storms.
Yeah, the blue ones are great, aren't they?
Oh well.
Lily does her best not to get infuriated when they start talking about dragons smelling bad. So you just see her standing there counting to 3 several times.
Doing like a little anger exercise.
Yeah.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Clearly a lie.
Well, I guess I could roll a perception and at least give that the benefit of the doubt, see if he notices that you're not okay. Do you want to roll? I think, is bluff on the sheet? I can't remember.
That would be
Let's go
deception.
find Tula.
Oh, so you're just gonna walk away?
I'm just gonna walk away.
Ugh,
Bye bye.
weird passengers this time. Screaming and everything. All right.
And I just toddle along. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you for flying air. Fuck this. No, I can't remember the name of the ship. Oh, the Laksha. All right, you're all back on the lower deck now, outside of earshot of any crew other than the chef who seems to be accompanying you guys on whatever the fuck you're doing.
Oh, the captain, who we're supposed to not trust, is our very tall dwarf friend.
I think, so you're convincing a group of people. Tool is the only other one present that's met him.
That's who I'm talking to.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, maybe he's not your friend at this point.
Dun dun dun.
It's 15 years in the future. I don't know why, like, what Salazar would have to gain from lying about that. But then he said,
Yeah, but also we shouldn't be trusting Salazar.
I mean, he saved our lives.
Yeah.
That's all I know about him. And he's a little, he's a little unique. Yeah, true. But the life-saving bit, though.
I don't know. I think I'm also biased to Salazar because
Yeah.
You
You
got
would
close
be.
with him.
How did
Yeah.
you meet this friend?
I killed him.
Not the dwarf. You didn't kill the dwarf.
No, we didn't kill the dwarf. I killed Salazar.
Oh, I meant the dwarf. How did you meet the dwarf?
We were looking for allies against Cernlea, and he fought by our side.
Huh. Well, he
And
said not to trust him because he's trying to overthrow
King
the
Tad.
Dragon King.
But if King Tad has the twin blades, then we never wanted him to have the twin blades, even if he is my father.
Yeah.
And I just revealed to everybody that I'm like the princess of the dragon kind.
Surprise.
Furiously writing in a notebook again.
He's like, I've got so many stories to tell everybody.
Mindy's
Jeffries is just very
Well-
confused because apparently no one looks the way that they're supposed to look.
yeah, Mindy's like, well, y'all know what's going on more than any of us, so you
So, Tula, do you want to maybe have a? Why do I forget the the dwarf
Grom?
king's name? Grum. Yeah. Do you want to let's maybe try to convince Grum we are who we actually are?
Do that though.
Well, I can't wrestle with him this time.
I mean, you can. It probably would be a good idea.
well, is he gonna do something in the 3 days it's gonna take us to get there? Or was Salazar just saying don't trust him in general? Like, he's not gonna overthrow the Dragon King tomorrow or the next day or the next day, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Why are we worried about him? Unless he's trying.
I would like to go as a group talk to Grum, or at least Tula and I who know him.
Minnie doesn't know how they're gonna do that, and yeah, she doesn't know him. So,
Oh, so you're staying down?
I mean, I'm gonna go watch.
I had assumed everybody would want to at least see this show where you're trying
Yeah.
to convince
Very,
him.
very, very curious about.
Okay, maybe not start
This
with
group.
convincing him who we are, but talking with him, finding out what's his dealio.
Okay.
We can at least suss out if he's like open to kind of being
Friendly.
So he's in his
or
quarters.
like exposed.
So, yeah. What I want to do is go up and talk to him, and I'm just gonna be like, weren't you the king of the dwarves?
So you want to knock on his door and ask him a question?
Yeah.
Okay. So you knock and he comes out. He's like, "Whoa, that's a whole lot of you. What's up?"
Weren't you the king of the dwarves?
I was once upon a time.
I remember fighting against you. You were a good fighter. And you're a Rita?
I have fought many, and I remember them all. I don't recall you.
I definitely don't look the same anymore.
Explain.
That's neither here nor there. That's fine. We'll catch up later, maybe after I look more myself.
Real strange thing to bring up to me and then not give me any detail.
All right. I'm Tilly.
Tilly. The the tall child looking thing?
Yeah.
I no, you're not.
Due to circumstances, I'm not myself right now.
Okay, I'll play along. I'll guess. If you're Tilly, what did I have that you admired?
His axe.
Yeah, your axe, of course.
Well, shit. What happened?
Uh, we were fighting Leia, and then Lita showed up, and was with Leia now, and fuck her and Lupo.
Wait, you were at the fight with Cern Leia?
Yes.
We were.
No, no, no. I was there, and I remember I fought alongside Atronel and Tad. Or, sorry, the King. And we fought and stopped Cern Leia, and he took the swords, and now, here we are, and I no longer have a kingdom.
Leia was about to disintegrate us when Tula, I put my arm around Tula,
The cat?
who also is not herself right now, I understand.
I just kind of give him a little wave.
Tula's friend decided that we were better off not getting disintegrated, and then we woke up here on your ship. Not ourselves.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know what's going on. This is strange. You seem to know things that somebody who doesn't look like Tilly would know. So I'm gonna, I guess, trust you. But how do you all feel about Tad just disbanding the kingdoms and ruling everything?
We didn't want him to have the blades. Our plan was to destroy the blades.
Well, then maybe I can trust you after all. Follow me, follow me. And he escorts you all down to the bottom deck, to the hold. Do you all go with him?
Yeah.
I go.
As you all get down to the hold, he points you towards the brig, which is paneled up. You cannot see inside of it. Aside from this little, I guess, a slat in the door that you could slide open so you could peek in. And he says, I have plans to get my kingdom back. I don't care about the rest of the world. I want my kingdom. I fought hard. I earned it. And my plans start with what's in there. And he slides the slat open. Who's going to go look in it?
I do.
I do.
Was Tilly the first one to say I do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tilly looks into the slat, and she sees Queen Cooper, chained to a bed.
Queen who?
Her mom.
Oh shit.
You have my mother.
Your who?
Whispering.
Oh.
I whisper, you have my mother?
That's your mother?
Yeah.
Can I still trust you?
I still don't want my father to have the swords.
Don't know how I feel about this.
He didn't raise me.
Did she?
Yeah?
Tell me, where were you before you appeared on my ship?
At the battle with Cern Leia?
So you just missed 15 years?
Not my first time travel. My mother is, 200 years old now?
Yes.
Due to time travel shenanigans and being turned to stone for a while.
Yeah, she was preserved because of that magic. Then you don't know what the queen did.
What did she do?
She used the chimera to destroy my kingdom.
Cleo would never.
I don't know who Cleo is.
The Chimera.
Well, if it's the same chimera you're saying wouldn't do it, it did do it. And all I know is when we land on Tepifor, I'm using her as a bargaining chip to get their equipment to help me take down the king.
This is all a lot.
Huh?
This is all a lot.
Yes.
Like, Tilly's definitely a little overwhelmed now.
And I think, although it's a little early, this might be a good spot to stop it, because the next part takes place off of this ship. We burned through this section a lot faster than I anticipated.
That would be dope. I am
Yes.
So,
starting to not feel great again. So
okay. That's actually a good time to stop then. And our next session will be 2 weeks from tonight, if that's good for everybody.
Yeah, good
Uh,
for
For
me.
me?
Let me double check.
1 sec.
2 weeks from now?
Yes.
Tonight might be
I was just making sure it wasn't setup weekend, and it's not.
Date.
2 weekends from now. It is setup weekend.
The setup weekend is
13th?
the 11th.
Yeah.
2 weeks from
11th.
now is the 18th.
The 6th.
No.
Oh,
2
you're
weeks from
right. It
now.
is setup weekend.
Yeah,
The
'cause it's
13th.
13th.
I can't use a calendar.
Yeah, the 13th is.
How
Can
about
we do-
February
Can we do next
20th?
week?
Next week I'm
Or
going
the
to be in
20th?
Dallas visiting the stepkids.
Next week I'm going to be out of town with a
So,
family.
the 20th then?
20th?
sounds good.
20th good for everybody?
Yeah, that works.
Cool. I will have some fully fleshed out maps in Tailspire for them too.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
So, alright. Everybody...
Also,
What's up?
Tula, if you're going to set up weekend, I am going to have some gluten-free chili. So, anyway, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Alright. Have a good night, everybody. I know this is a pretty... For new players, not a whole lot has happened, but I got some fun shit in store coming up in the next sessions.
Oh no, this has been great.
Okay,
Like
Oh no, it's fine.
playing a
I'm-
character
I'm-
surrounded by people that are possibly in other bodies that talk to just incorporeal fire beings and maybe have time traveled. Like this is great.
Yeah, you guys came in at a very interesting time in the story.
Yeah.
I mean, my character already just doesn't know the world, and then just all of these new things is just like everything is fascinating.
So it's just more mystery on top of the mystery you're already looking
Right.
at.
And it's not like she knows any better either. It's just she just wants to know. She wants to know everything, and everything is new, and everything is fun or boring. That's just kind of how she figures it out.
Okay, that's
Like
fair.
if it's fun or if it's boring.
Awesome. Well, then I'm glad you guys had a good time tonight, and I'll see you all 3 weeks from tonight.
See you in 3
Okay.
weeks.
All right,
Yeah,
bye.
3 weeks.
Bye.
Everyone,
Bye.
thanks for sticking around,
Bye.
and
Bye.
I'll see you later this week for Final Fantasy XI. Bye.